So, you went online to a place called campingsurvival.com and you ordered a spool, large spool, 1,000-foot spool of paracord. They have it on a special, and it comes in the mail, and you say to yourself, what am I going to do with 1,000 feet of paracord? Well, obviously this is too big to put in your bug out bag, so you're going to have to break it into smaller packages. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about ways of storing your paracord and some tips on cutting it up. The first tip I have is I recommend as you cut a piece off that you actually take your tape measure and you measure how big the piece is that you're going to cut. I've done some 20-yard pieces, I've done some 10-yard pieces, some 5-yard pieces, and they're all handled a little bit differently as to how you're going to wrap them up in your pack or what you're going to do with them. A couple things that you're going to need when you start separating this out. One is a very sharp knife, because paracord is tough and hard to cut. A lighter to sear the ends to keep it from unraveling. And I keep a pen too, and the reason I have a pen is because as I take paracord off of my roll, I write down how much I took and keep subtracting until I get down to the end of my 1,000 feet, just so I know when it's time to buy a second roll. All right, the typical way that I've always stored a line or cord of this manner is something called a chain stinnett. Chain stinnets are really easy to make. They can be somewhat time consuming, but the nice thing about them is the way that they unravel. I learned this from an electrician years ago on putting cables together, sound electrician. When you have your chain stinnett and you need cord, you pull off what you need, and it just unravels. And then when you're done, you cut it, sear the ends, tie it off again, and you have what's left of your piece. Now this is a 5-yard piece. I've got about a yard off of it, so I know that I have probably 4 yards left. Okay, here's a 20-yard piece made with a chain stinnett. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. And what you do is you come up with your long piece of stinnett cord, and then you can put it into 2 or 3 links, and then you can wrap around it and make a bundle like this that doesn't get tangled in your bag, but this is 60 feet, and it comes out easily. You can take what you want, cut it, sear it, and you're on your way. A chain stinnett is really easy to do. I'm going to do the chain stinnett slowly so you can perhaps pick this up. I'm going to take your piece of cord, just a real simple loop. You're going to go through that loop with another loop, reach through, make another loop, reach through, make another loop, reach through, another loop. Now I'm making pretty big loops, which goes pretty fast, but it's messier. So I try to do my loops pretty tight. You can pull it tight after each loop. It takes a lot more time, but it's a lot neater. Just keep on pulling that line through the subsequent loop, and you have your chain stinnett. Like I said, bigger the loops, faster it goes. Okay, and there's your chain stinnett. However, I was online in a bulletin board, and I found another way to do that same length of piece, that 15-foot piece, 5 yards. I don't know what you call this bundle, but I really like it. It is easy, compact, carries in your pocket, and I'm going to show you how it works here real quickly. much faster than the chain-stitch. Thing I like about it is you get this nice, tight, compact package. You grab this center line and you just pull it out. It comes out nice and neat, never tangles, all straight, no knots. I'm going to show you how to make one of these. Start with a basic loop, slip knot type of thing. Sorry, put it around my thumb. A little tight. I'm going to go through the outside of my pinky, over, outside of my forefinger, back and forth. I'm going to make a figure 8. Keep going. Okay, that should be about enough. Put my loop down here. I'm going to go around and outside, but I'm going to go back over one layer and then back again. Make a nice tight bundle. Okay, now I've gotten down to the end. I'm going to do this just a little bit differently than I saw it online. I'm going to look for the first loop that's going to pull through, and the way I'm going to find it, I'm going to pull down on my line here a little bit, and I'm going to see that it's this one here that's moving. I'm going to fish this through there, and maybe I'll go one more time around. And then fish it through that one loop. I'm going to pull it tight. That's going to keep it unraveling from both ends. Got a nice, neat, tight package. I can flatten it out, throw it in my pocket, clip it to the bottom of a bag or something like that. Just some ideas on what you do with your 1,000 foot of paracord from campingsurvival.com.